Now I'll have to not do that. People yelled at me last time. Let me... Here's sleeves? Are these it? Where's sleeves? Here's my pack of sleeves. Alright. Boop. Alright. So, we got a whole case of Classic Collection to open up. A whole case. That means 12 boxes. I'm actually really curious to see what the case ratios are in this, just because this is a little bit different of a box than some of the others that I've previously opened. So, like, this has one secret rare as an example, so how many secret rares in a case am I going to get? What's the alt arts looking like? So, I'll go over, like, financial value and other stuff about the set later, because I have all that information pulled up, because I was curious for my own purposes. So, yeah. I guess we just dive right in and get to it. I know there's, like, nothing insanely super special. There's no, dash packs with it, which is a little bit unfortunate. Dash packs would have been nice just to increase the overall value, and I think the, promo could have been different too, just because the box topper promo, every single box comes with all of the same one, so it kind of ruins the value of the set, just because, like, you're guaranteed to get this card. Like, there's nothing special about this card. It's not even that played right now. It's nice that it got an alt art reprint, don't get me wrong. It's just, I wish there was variance, so that way there's actually, like, some sort of chase to try to get different ones. Because I'm going to end up with a butt ton of these now, and the card's basically worthless as is right now. So, let's just, I do like the packs. They look, like, the box and the packs look very clean. So, like, there is, 73 different types of cards in the set, so it's a very, very small set. So, out of one box, let's just see how many of, like, the same types of cards that we see. Because, like, I don't think this is a set people should go crazy over. Just because it's going to be easy enough to pull almost anything but the SRs. And even then, the SRs shouldn't be that difficult. But we shall see. So, I know it's going to be, like, reversed for you guys, so I'm just gonna, we got Togemon, Magnagurmon, actually, hold on, let me fix this so it's a little bit better for you guys. So, transform, flip vertically, there we go. I think that's all I needed to do, was just flip it vertically. Perfect, now you guys can read it too. So we got Togemon. So I'm going to go slow, always at the first box, and then I'm just going to go a little bit faster with each of the preceding boxes, because there's not a lot of different cards in this set. So, Togemon, Magnagurmon, Andromon, Devimon, Biomon, Angemon, Tapermon, Patamon, Greymon, Lady Devi. First rare is a 60% win rate, second rare is Ogremon. So, 60% win rate, this is the card to look out for. Right now in Japan, literally any Susanamon deck is already using this card. Like, it's crazy. 2, 3. 3 uncommons, and then the commons. Okay. Like, I was looking at Japan, to see what they were doing with BT7, or, like, with their banned and restricted stuff, and it's not changing the meta as much as probably they would have thought. Palmon, Gardromon, Devimon, Stingmon, Wergurumon, Caramon, Bergermon, Edamon, Kabuteri, Emergency Program Shutdown, and Inframon. So this is a pretty good tech card for this meta. I think, like, the more options get used, the better this type of a card becomes. As, like, a good tech card or a hate card. Just because, like, a lot of the security control decks basically just turn into hybrid control. So they just stall you out until you get enough hybrids and stuff going, and then you just Susanoo for game. Like, it's still good. Even with Mega Digimon fusions being banned, it's like, the tamers just accrue enough value and enough memory where it just doesn't matter anyway. Gomamon, Metalmon, Salamon, Wizardmon, Garudamon, Hagurumon, XVmon, Gatomon, Myotismon, Garurumon, Kabuterimon, and Venom Myotismon as the first SR. So, it's an alright card. He's definitely cute for the Retaliation Myotismon deck, but I don't think he's going to see that much play, to be honest. So far, Japan has done a total of very little with him, so he's just more of a fun casual card than anything, which is fine. Not everything needs to be, like, hyper tier 1 meta competitive. People are allowed to have fun. Tentomon, Zudomon, Metal Tyrannomon, Ikakumon, Togemon again, Elecmon, Devimon, Lilymon, Metal Etamon, Agumon, Baptism by Fire, and Leomon. So, nothing too spicy there. So, we're already, after just a couple packs, starting to see repeats on some of the comments. There we go. More common repeats. I do really like the Machine Dramon deck. I think that deck is really fun. Andromon, I felt like we just saw these back-to-back. Zudomon, Metal Tyrannomon, Stingmon, Garudamon, Wizardmon, Dinobemon, Gabumon, Boltzmon, Skullgreymon, and Kawagamon. So, nothing too spicy there. I actually think the Kawagamon's a pretty solid card for, like, insectoids. Gomamon, Hagurumon, Weregurumon, Salamon, Karamon, Devimon, Kursari, Magnadramon, Piedmon, Plesiomon, Ice Wall, and Metal Greymon. So, there's Ice Wall number 1, guys. I actually think the Piedmon's a pretty solid card. Like, I wasn't super thrilled with it at first, and then, like, the more I was reading the card and trying to understand the meta, the more I think he's actually decent. For, like, Megazoo and, Security Control. Tentomon, Gardramon, XVmon, Biomon, Metalmon, Palmon, Angemon, Phoenixmon, Rosemon, Patamon, Vmon, and Seraphimon as... Oh, this is a rare. Alright. Angels is apparently decent low rarity deck. Like, don't sleep on the Angels. Okay, maybe Angemon you could sleep on, but the rest of the other Angel cards are pretty solid. Tapermon, Magnadramon, Devimon, Ikakumon. I love this card. I think this is one of the best cards in the whole set. Ikakumon. Elecmon, Andromon, Togemon, Greymon, Garurumon, Phoenixmon, Pyildramon, and Tyrannomon. Shoutouts to Rusty. Not like the person, the deck. Rust Tyrannomon got some love and support. I always like it when they do that. Although, I think, like, Tyrannomons as a whole is just better stopping at level 5s and be just really aggressive with your level 5s. Ironically, I think it's just better and easier than trying to waste your time with Rusty. But, like, Rusty's still fun. Metal Tyrannomon, Gomamon, Biomon, Devimon, Stingmon, Kursari, XV, Dinobee, Bolts, Lady, Metal, and Diabormon as SR number 2. Yeah, so after this box, I'm going to do a one-box breakdown just to see, like, what you actually are getting in a box and look at the math behind it. That'll be fun. Gardramon, Tentomon, Wizardmon, Mememon, Salmon, Karamon, Palmon, Metal Etamon, Agumon, Piedmon, Inframon, and another win rate. So that's second win rate. It just goes to show you, with a really small card pool, you're just gonna see things way too often. Oops. I botched that one. There we go. Recovered. Tapermon, Garudamon, Wergarurumon, Angemon, Hagurumon, Zudamon, Devimon, Edamon, Plesiomon, Rosemon, Megakabuteri, and Ogre again. I actually kind of like the fact that they're, like, adding a little bit of support, like, drip-feeding support here and there. So a card like Tapermon, it's like, why do we have a card like Tapermon in this set of all sets? It's like, oh, well, he helps the Chaos Gallantmon deck, and, like, anything that's trying to self-sacrifice, so that makes this card a little bit better. So I like the fact that this is just a big update set, just trying to improve decks and expand mechanics rather than trying to reinvent the wheel. But I do wish the set was a little bit larger. But this is a supplementary set that they decided to sell as a full set, which is awkward. I'll get into that in just a moment. Well, after all of this shenanigans of opening the stuff. Because then I'll have, like, evidence and proof and things to talk about. Analog Youth, number 1. Everyone needs to have Analog Youth because the card is good. It's easily one of the best cards in the whole set. It's like this Ice Wall, 60% win rate, and then a couple of cards here and there for some decks, and like that's kind of all the important stuff. Not a huge meta-defining set. But that's okay. They don't need to keep power creeping themselves out of the game. Even though I think they're doing a relatively decent job at controlling and mitigating their power creep. There were just a couple of sets that I think they went a little too far and out of control with. So, Hagurumon, Tapirmon, Palmon, Wergaru, Gerudo, Wizard, Kurosari, Myotis, Pal, Gray, Winrate, and an alt art Metal Greymon. That's pretty nice. So that goes there as the special card. I guess since people are going to get mad at me if I don't do this. Metal Greymon. Oh, these are perfect fits. I don't want my perfect fits to be used up right now. I'm a failure. Since there's not going to be that many super special cards, and I'm going to de-sleeve them all anyway. Because there's not really that much cards of value. It's like, this is like $4 currently, maybe 3. I have to double check. I just know it's one of the more valuable ones. Oh, don't leave, people. Alright. Sorry about that. Biomon, Caramon, XVmon, Tentomon, Andromon, Devimon, Magna, Lily, Phoenix, Plesio, Skull, and another Ice Wall. Ice Wall number 2. Can I lift my chair up? I can. Okay. That might make things a little bit easier. Togemon, Ikaku, Elecmon, Wergaru, Pal, Metal, XV, Gato, Enta, Rose, Ogre, and Imperial. Hey, there we go. I know Imperial is one of the more valuable ones, too. He's, like, the only SR that's actually, like, worth anything next to Diaboromon and the alt arts. So I'll throw him in a sleeve for now. Not all of my cards are going to go sleeved, but... Caramon, Wizard, Haguru, Tapir, Garuda, Kurosari, Tento, Gabu, Magna, Kabu, Ice Wall, number 3, and Angelomon. So that's already the 3rd Ice Wall out of 1 booster box. Yeah. If I was looking for a playset of Ice Walls, I'm already almost there out of 1 booster box. Now, this is probably why the booster box price is, like, tanking, because, like, you don't need a whole lot of the set to get, like, the majority of everything down here. It's just these cards. And, like, because people are opening it en masse for the alt arts, it's like, it really is going to crush the normal SR prices down. Bu, Sala, Zudo, Sting, Metal, Goma, Demi, Agu, Pied, Bird, Flame, Seraphi. So, supposedly, there is 6 SRs, and then 2 alt arts, and then maybe a secret. It's not guaranteed a secret per box, but, like, that's just what I've been seeing online. Is just that kind of a breakdown. Bolts, Leo, and hey, I got a secret rare, so Machinedramon. So that is probably the big card of the set, is Machinedramon. I really like his deck. He does have some subtle textures on him. I don't know if I can get a good visual on it. Probably not. But it is slightly textured here, with a circuit board overlay texture pattern. Feels nice. So I did get a secret in the box. So that means I'm gonna see one more alt art. And then I'm going to see how many more supers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna see 2 supers and 1 alt art left. So Devi, Bu, Magna, Tapir, Kura, Pal, Gerudo, Garu, Lady, Metal, Inframon, and Hercules. He is a SR. Obviously not one of the more valuable ones, but whatever. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of super valuable ones anyway. I do like the fact that they're, like, subtly pushing the Insectoid deck a little bit more here and there. So, like, green actually is going to have something playable. Sala, Pal, Greymon, Myotis, Skullgray, and classic Agumon. So I know, like, the alt arts is probably where the most of the money is, if not almost all of the money in the set, just because these are, like, the high-ticket collectible items. They're not subtle about it. No, they're not. So, so far, this is my pulls in the box. Agumon, Metal Greymon, alt arts, Imperial, Diaboro, Machine, and then whatevers. They are hard-pushing bugs. Yeah, well, I think they just don't know what to do with green, to be honest. Like, green feels like they put themselves in a really bad position with trying to design green because they screwed up so bad so early that it's like, what do we do? So, like, I think just pushing insectoids is probably their best thing right now because it's the only thing they could really think of. Wizard, Guru. Oh, and hi, Steven. I almost forgot to say hi. I always appreciate it when you pop in my streams. Pyildramon and War Greymon. I'm going to shout out on stream and apologize for the person who bought my pre-release, or not really pre-release, my pre-sale War Greymon for like $8. I appreciate you spending that money. I'm just sorry you had to spend that money. Considering, like, the majority of these cards are basically crushed under the secondary market. Too good at first, now they're good alternative, now they're finding a good alternative route? Yeah. Like, because the whole idea on green is, like, alternative ways to cheat your evolutions. And done incorrectly, that could be very, very damaging just because you're eliminating the whole memory system on how you could evolve. So it's just like, oh, one screw up and things can go crazy really quickly, which we've already seen happen. So, like, they have to figure out how to balance that, where it's just like, okay, we need this to feel special, but we can't overdo it. Last pack of box number 1, and we'll do a box breakdown. Sugar, Ware, Pied, Kabuteri, Gabu, V, and Kawaga. Alright, so, in terms of rares, I noticed that we at least got probably 2 of each rare. So, let's do a quick rare breakdown. Let's start by doing it by color, so that way I could at least look at the spread. Because I know I got 3 ice walls in a single booster box. I noticed some people got like 3, analog youths in a booster box as well. So sometimes you're just going to have like a pretty okay box where you're going to see 3 of the rare that you want. And then sometimes it's not going to be the case, and it's just going to be whatever it is going to be. So I'm trying to go fast on these rares. Okay, so we got 3 Leomons, 2 Seraphis, and 1 Angelwomon. So you're at least going to see 1 of each rare in a box, just based off of this spread. And it's not going to be all the time you're going to see, like, 3 of the one that you want. Because in my whites, I got 3 60% win rate, 2 emergency shutdown, and 1 analog youth. Not amazing of a spread. 3 Inframons, 1 Ultimate Connect. Would have rather had the Ultimate Connect, but I have way more boxes, so it's not like it matters. It's just showing you, like, hey, you're gonna see 3 of some rares and at least 1 of every rare. 2 Ogres, 3 Ogres, 3 Skulls, and 1 Fight for Your Pride. 2 Megas, 2 Kawagas, pretty even spread there. So, like, if I were to just buy 1 booster box, like, you're still gonna get a decent amount of duplicates in 1 booster box. Hey Roxas, and hi True In Senpai. So yeah, I would say this is a pretty good blue spread, and like if I were to buy 1 more booster box, I probably would almost get a full playset of these. So like 2 booster boxes is realistically all you need if you're just looking for rares and belows in terms of like getting a good spread. Because like if you get the reverse where it's just like, okay, I have 3 Metal Greymons here and then 1 Tyrannomon, in the next booster box that could be flipped and then you're at a full playset. And then same with the 2 ofs. So that's the rare spread. Let's take a look really quickly at the uncommon spread. I know there's no white uncommons, thankfully. Oh, but there is 6 colors. God, I can't count. So I'm not going to do this for all of the booster boxes. I'm just doing it for this one because I'm curious to see like how the spread is in the distribution of cards. Because like right now on the secondary market, the booster boxes are like tanking in price. Like they're actually falling dramatically lower than every other booster box has. And I mean, like, this is the reason, is because like you're gonna see a lot of the cards in duplicates, and the more that this happens, the easier it is to pull anything you want, and then the less booster boxes you need, just because they're gonna end up buying the SRs that they need to finish their playsets off of whatever they got. And it's not like it's gonna be that expensive either. Alright, So Lady Devies. How many Lady Devies did I end up pulling? So I pulled at least 3 Lady Devies. How many Piedmons did I pull? I pulled a full playset of Piedmons, and then a full playset of Myotismons. So out of my purple cards, 1 booster box gets you almost a full playset of everything uncommon, which is kind of interesting. Now, Garoos. How many Garoos? So 3 Garoos. How many Gabus? A full playset of Gabus, and then a full playset of Plesios. So basically the same spread that we just saw. Almost a full playset of everything on the uncommons. Which means the commons, I'm not even going to waste my time with the commons. You're going to have a full playset of all of the commons out of 1 booster box. Just because if we're already hitting almost a full playset of all of the uncommons, the commons are obviously easier to see. So, Kabu. So 4 Kabus. Lilies. We have 3 lilies. So that's the 3 of. 4 stings. Or Dino Bees, my bad. 4 Dino Bees and 3 roses. So, yeah, you're going to see 3 to 4 of any given uncommon in the set. Which is fine. Like, it's fine. It just means you only need to realistically ever buy 2 boxes to get almost a full playset of every single card in the whole set, except for the SRs. But that's not a problem because their price is so cheap for the vast majority of them. Just because SRs are already easy enough to pull as is. 4 Patas. Gatos. 4 Gatos. And then 4 Magnas. So I got a full playset of all of the uncommons out of 1 booster box. It's probably not like perfect math where it's going to happen like this every time. There's going to be probably a little bit of variance, but like this is pretty abysmal. Like, as a normal person, you realistically only need to buy 2 boxes at most to get almost a full playset of almost everything you need. So, like, I really wish that they just decided to label and distribute the boxes a little bit differently, just because they were trying to pass this off as a full set, and I think that was very disingenuous, and that could also be very, very damaging for the game, 3 and 3, because if stores accidentally, like, didn't understand what the set was, they could have gotten screwed, and I think stores almost did get screwed, except they, the reverse happened, where they didn't order, they ordered, less, and the distributor ended up giving them more, so they were just like, oh, okay, the distributor just ordered it too many and just gave some to us, cool. But, like, that could be very, very, like, this type of a box, not labeled correctly, could be very, very dangerous in terms of, like, stores. Because stuff like this will sit on the shelves longer than normal booster boxes, just because it's a supplementary set, and there's just not a lot in it. So, yeah, almost a full playset of the black cards. So, nothing too special there. And then I'm 90% sure that I already got a full playset of almost everything. Let me just hunt the Garurus, the Were-Garurus, just to make sure. Like, it's not the best of sample size, but, like, in 2 booster boxes, you should realistically see almost everything in a full playset, if not more. Except for, again, the super rares. So, I'm just going to stop at a full playset, because once I see a full playset, then it's just like, yep, there it is. So, you're probably guaranteed a full playset of every single common, almost a full playset of every single uncommon, about half of the rares you'll see, and then obviously the SRs is the only thing that's actually going to be hard to pull. So how would they not know an extra booster? So, I used to play a game called Force of Will, and there was a set called Millennia of Ages, which was basically, it was a special set. Sort of different, sort of similar to this, where it was labeled as a full normal booster box. Except, like this, it was a smaller set, so it was literally easier to pull anything you wanted. But because stores didn't understand that, they ordered their normal amount, if not more, thinking it was a different set. Or not thinking it was a different set, thinking the set would perform differently than what it was, because they didn't exactly know that it was a smaller set. So when they finally got it, it just sat and did nothing, and the set was drastically underpowered. Like, this had very Millennia of Ages feel, if anyone knows, like, what I'm referring to. And if not labeled correctly and not understood, could be very, very damaging. But I think they at least told everyone up front that this is a smaller set for Digimon. That this is a smaller set, and I think the market is definitely reacting normally. It's just a shame that God, I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with this? It's just a shame that they were trying to sell it as a normal set. That's where I was going. Because, like, this is, like, cards per box, like, actual physical, the amount of cards and packs per box is the same. It's just because it's easier to pull from, why should I pay, like, the, in quotation marks, $80 normally for this type of a booster box? It just doesn't make sense. It's not, the value isn't there, because, like, it's just easier to pull anything out, and then because it's easier to pull, everything's going to be a lot cheaper on the secondary market, and then because everything's cheaper on the secondary market, that's kind of what creates, like, booster box prices on how it's going down, is because there is no value in the set. Like, you literally just saw me open up one booster box, and I got almost every single card, except for the SRs. And a full playset of most of the low rarity stuff. So it's just like, it just does not make sense why they would try to sell it as a full booster. I feel like if they sold it at a discounted price initially, instead of just trying to sell it as a full booster, I think something like this would do a lot better. But that's where the secondary market kicks in and is like, yo, booster boxes are already like $50, which is the cheapest booster box that we have in Digimon currently. Because there's just nothing, like, everything is super easy. You don't need to buy a lot of it. Yeah, and then this is disgusting. They could have given us, like, the Tyrannomon promo, and instead they just randomly threw it in the trainer packs or the LGS packs. It's like they could have given us, like, anything but this. I know it's called EX01, but the fact that they were trying to sell it as a full booster is the part that I'm a little bit upset about. Like, because it is a smaller set. Like, physically, we get the same amount of cards as any other booster. It's just easier to pull any given card in the set, and that's what makes it not hold as much value. Like, yeah, it's labeled as EX, but stores paid the same price as normal booster boxes for this. And so they were trying to sell it as a normal booster box, even though it is a supplementary extra set. That's the part where I'm a little bit cheese. No, they didn't say it's going to be the next big thing. Because it's, like, clearly labeled there's only 73 types when normally there's, like, 100. So, like, any math genius can put together that this is going to be a smaller set. But it's the fact that stores had to buy this set at the same exact price as every other booster set. That's the problem. And this set is going to perform dramatically worse because they need to buy less of this product from a consumer standpoint. That's where the problem lies. And that's why booster boxes of the set online is already hitting $50, or it's pushing down even further. But, like, that's why the set's not performing very well. Like, they labeled it correctly, it's just they were selling it incorrectly. Haguru, Ware, Sala, Kurasari, Lily, Myotis, blah blah. Ooh, Alt-Art Machinedramon! Hey! That's easily one of the best cards, if not the best card in the whole set. Wha-bam! So I'm curious if that eats up my Alt-Art or if that eats up my secret. I think it eats up my Alt-Art, so I still theoretically could get a secret, and that would make this box a pretty solid box. Caramon. Hey, Kabuteru Hercules. Like, I think they're gonna have a Classic Collection Volume 2. That's just gonna be an inevitable. But I really like EX02 a little bit better in terms of its overall design. Magnanimon, that's alright. Like, I think EX02, the fact that it's actually trying to pretend to be a full set, and have meta-relevant cards and decks, like, it makes it a little bit more appealing, even though it's going to be almost the same thing as this in terms of pull rates. Are they bringing back BT04, my homie? No. Well, BT04 is already one of the lower and cheaper booster boxes to pick up. Which is ironic considering it has, well, actually it's not ironic because its pull rates are a little bit generous on everything but the secret because there's 3 secrets. And in my case, I didn't pull a playset of any of this, or of one of the secrets. So, like, the secrets actually are a little bit harder to get any given one that you're looking for. You can't wait for the Terriermon tribal deck? I can't wait for that deck either. Like, I kind of just really want to skip all the way to Japan format just because I think the stuff that they're playing with is a little bit more interesting. Like, I hate to say that BT07 is going to be, like, super solved, but I think it's going to be super solved. Like, everyone's just going to play Susanamon blue and Susanamon yellow, just because he's still, like, the best card and the best thing to do. Even though the blue variant, because Ice Wall got hit, isn't going to be as strong, he's still going to be a very relevant card. The yellow variant is proving that they don't even need Mega Digimon Fusion. They just run 60% win rate from what I saw. Or they don't even run it at all, and they just run, what's its face? Blinding Ray. And they just jump on memory just to get enough to be able to play Susanamon for easy. Emergency Metal Garurumon, hey. You still need to buy that Dynasmon from me. I believe I have extra Dynasmon to sell, Roxas, if you're looking for some. And most of these cards, if anyone is actually looking for any Classic Collection cards, the majority of these cards are also going to be for sale. So if anyone wants anything, just feel free to hook me up. Or feel free to message me somehow, and I'll hook you up. I usually give, like, good deals to my friends. So let's just skip right to the end. Let's just make this go a little bit faster. I love how people are just dipping in and out. Bam! I'm actually curious to see if the yellow Leomon is actually going to go in the Leomon deck. I wish it was a little bit... I wish his security ability was an on-play ability, and he played himself for free. Then he would be way more playable. But he's not. But that's Leomon's life in a nutshell. It's like ever so close to being like a good card and then just yanked away from being actually good. Because like if his security ability was the same as like a lot of the others, where it's just like on play, if you have 3 or less cards in your security, recover 1, and then security ability, play this Digimon for free. This card would be absolutely bonkers. This card would be so good. Hey. So far, nothing too spicy outside of the Machinedramon. Ultimate Connect, an Infernalmon, or 60% win rate, my bad. Not Ultimate Connect. Ultimate Connect is such a good card, though. What? Bam! Myotis. Oh god, my trash is going to be so full. Tyrannomon. Hey. Analog Youth. I guess, like, we should just count how many Analog Youths we get, because that's, like, the hot card to get in the rare slot. It was Ice Wall until RIP Ice Wall. Diaboromon, not bad. Gatomon is an uncommon, yes. Whoop, whoop. Nothing special there. Hiya! Oh, yeah! I'm actually probably going to keep this. I do really like Weregurumon. Weregurumon is one of my favorite Digimons. Not gonna lie. Like, Leolamon and Weregurumon are 2 of my favorites. Ultimate Connect and Fight for Your Pride. %60 win rate. And last pack for this box, Infernalmon and Shutdown. Alright, let's get this stuff out of here and take a look at the good stuff. Alright, so how many Analog Youths did we get in this box? Oh, your dinner came in? Feel free to eat. So we're looking for win rates and Analog Youths, basically. So 2 and 2, not bad. Not bad at all. I guess I should keep these guys separate just to actually see what I get more consistently. Let's leave this bad boy up. So how many hits did I get in this box? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So still 8 hits per box, it seems like. I wish I had like a better place to put these. I'll just stack them, I guess. Because I do need to keep track of the SRs and the secrets. Just because I'm curious to see what the distribution is per case. Just so I know how rare the cards actually are. You were saying something about Dynasmon. I missed what you were saying. So I said that I have extra Dynasmons, like if you're looking for a Dynasmon. Wow, look at this! So unique and original. Also, I missed what you said about Tai and Rise Greymon reveals, and they're... I mean, you could go back and watch my video about that. I covered the Rise. I didn't cover the tie-in Kari just because that was too new. It didn't come out at the same time as the others. Hey, that's pretty good. That is a pack right there. Imperial Digimon and Analog Youth. Bam bam. Nothing. I'm working full-time. Yeah, that is a rare. Just had to double check. Because the weird thing is these aren't textured. The SRs in the set are not textured. Just the alt arts are. Oh, she is an SR. Oh, that explains. Okay, so I totally forgot she was an SR. So hold on, I gotta dig her out. So I did get 9 hits in that one box then. Boom. Okay, so if I do see a Machine Dramon, then it's going to be 9 hits. If I don't see a Machine Dramon, it's going to be 8 hits. Which is, I think that's basically what everyone said. I really wish that they were textured. That would have made my life easier instead of trying to read the rarity. Nothing there. %, in Inframon. That seems to be a clump, I noticed. Like, clumping still seems to exist in this set, but I think, like, it's a little bit harder to get around that considering this is a smaller set. Ooh! War Greymon. Hello. Classic. Alternative classic. See, like, these look really nice, and they are textured and they feel good. Like, these are nice cards. I think I'm only going to sleeve the alt arts, just because I don't think it's really worth me sleeving anything else. I'll also keep the secrets sleeved, too. Like, even though I know Imperial is, like, one of the more money cards, it's just whatever. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Well, bam, bam. Nope. Not even looking at the commons anymore. It's all about the fun stuff in the back. Well, bam, bam. Not bad. I actually like this Metal Greymon a lot. He's like the precursor to the BT-08 2 of nothing. No, it does not replace Marcus in BT-04 Shine. There's a SR. Like, the unfortunate thing about BT-04 Shine is he's just still not good enough. Like, he just... Ooh, Greymon. He's just not going to be good enough, period. Which is the unfortunate part. I don't know. Is there a Shine Greymon X antibody? I think that card might be super spicy. Depending on what that card is, like, that might determine a lot about Shine's future. So... I mean, yeah, it's a casual thing. I get that, but like if there's better casual options, like the the starter deck shine is still just better. Like you're still just better off using starter deck shine. Like I'm not trying to crush your hopes and dreams there or anything. It's just like if Shine Greymon is your favorite, then at least play the good ones instead of just trying to play the medium ones. Because, like, I still think he could OTK, which is basically just what every red deck does. Is like, yeah, let me just try to set up an OTK. It's just there's easier ways to do that with the other cards if you have them. You would use the starter if they reprinted Tai? They are reprinting Tai. He's in Starter Deck 11. Tai is getting reprinted in Starter Deck 11. Along with Greymon. Also, there is a Shine Greymon X antibody. I figured if we got a Rise X antibody, we should probably end up seeing a Shine X antibody at some point, right? Right? And yes, they are reprinting Tai and Greymon and Gaia Force in Starter Deck 11. Starter Deck 11, they're reprinting a whole bunch of cards, like good staples for red, and then they're just throwing in Gamamon just because that was like the whole gimmick of it. Hey, War Greymon. Oops, my trash is already gonna start overflowing. No, there is a Starter Deck 11, and the Tai and various other cards are getting reprinted in it. It is actually labeled Starter Deck 11. So let's put these bad boys away. Is it even worth keeping track of, like, the average analog boy in a box? Like, it's gonna come out to be 2. Yeah, I think it's just gonna come out to be 2. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits in this box. So it does seem like if you do get the secret, it is just an additional card. And it does eat up a rare, which is fine. Because this had, yeah, like, it would be this one. So this is a 9-hit one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. If you do get a secret, like a normal secret, not an alt-art secret, then it is 9 hits. Otherwise, it's going to be 8 hits. But so far, it seems like there's only going to be 4. There's only going to be 4 so far in a case. There's going to be either... So I'm predicting there's going to be either 4 or 8 Machinedramons in a case. If there's 4, then that's going to really suck. Then the card is actually a little bit more rare than people think. Same with the alt art. If there's only one of that alt art, then it's basically performing the same as every other secret. Boop. But that's the fun part. When we get to the end, we get to take a look at the secret distribution and the SR distribution, and really poke and dive deep into mathematical statistics. I guess. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so, back to what we were talking about, Roxas. Yeah, those cards are getting reprinted in the Red Starter Deck 11. It's just we don't know where that starter deck is going to be in English. Considering that starter deck was offbeat even for Japanese starter decks, because Japanese starter decks usually release in between sets every other set. And our starter decks release every other set on the set, not in between. So that's going to be the anomaly starter deck, is what's going to happen with it, because in Japan, it came with a deck box. And that was kind of like its gimmick. Was, here's a Gamamon promo, here's like one other exclusive card, and then the rest of it was reprints. Which, I don't mind if they do that every now and then. Sorry, I still have a little bit of a cough. It's not like a huge cough. It's just a mucus buildup. That's what's causing it. I know, gross, TMI. I also wonder when, Ruri? Though she's probably going to be in the set. Like, there's still a lot to the set for BT09 that we have left to explore. There's the Hercules. The Hercules alt art. But Ruri's probably going to be in this set. And then she's probably going to get support in the next set. Either that, or they're going to let Ghost Games develop and just slowly release Ghost Games Digimon. Because we only know up to the Ultimates. But, like, the show hasn't shown anything but the champions yet. And they just showed Ruri's champion. I'm sure she's going to make it into this set. And by this set, not Classic Collection, but BT09. Angelmon. I have to remember, she's an actual SR. I'm like, it's awkward. I'm surprised we actually don't have a SR that's a level 4 yet. Ice Ball and Metal Greymon. Boop, boop. You want to theory craft a bit, because your BT6 build, you're running BT01 Agumon for Searcher. But that's BT9. Oh, but the BT9 Agumon seems nice. Because it's either top 5 up for a Tamer or top 3 for X Antibody. No, I get it. I mean, a Searcher is a Searcher. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're fulfilling a Searcher role. That just helps with your deck's overall consistency. Because I think too many Searchers is probably bad, just because you have to hard play them to get the value. That's why, like, the BT07 Huckmon and the Gabumon and Agumon are actually pretty good, because it gives you different ways of actually having search effects. Ultimate Connect and Skull. Oh, that's right, Leomon is one. Hey, Angelmon. Not exactly the one that I wanted to see, but whatever. She's always welcome. I actually really like aggressive level 5s. Like, I think having a good aggressive level 5 is very nice. Digimon. Boop, boop. Oops. Cards flying everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 1, maybe 2 surprises in these last 4 packs. Nope, no surprise here. And surprise, nope. Alright. Do we get the double feature, the back-to-back SR secret? Or are we just doomed for an SR? Well, doomed for an SR. Did I pull him? Okay, I did pull him out in my other ones that I pulled of him. Yeah. Alright, do we get a secret? I think so far, because this is the, what, 4th box? Yeah, this is the 4th box. There's a very high chance that there's actually only 4 secrets in a case, which would make Machine Digimon a little bit more valuable than what people are giving him credit for. Because he is actually hard to pull. Alright, the magical game, count the analog use. I think I only got 2 still. I think, like, the box average is 2. Did I pull out a win rate? There we go. Yeah, so another 2-2 box. I'm doing okay. I'm happy that I'm opening up Digimon product again, so that way I can actually play with the new cards, and have access to the new cards, because I want to build the Machine Digimon deck, because I think that deck looks really fun. That deck was easily one of the hardest decks I've had to build. Like, easily one of the hardest decks I've ever built. Just because it is fundamentally different than most of the other decks in the game. What bam? I'm gonna be able to give my coworker and my brother whatever he wants from this set. Just because of how generous this set is. Nope, not starting off super strong, but we'll get there. Ooh, Gomamon. Not super spicy, but, like, it's still something, right? I saw the price of the memory boosts were going down. Yeah, it's because people were opening up the starter decks en masse. Like, a lot of... I can't even tell you how many people were asking the question, how do I upgrade these starter decks? Like, that was easily one of the most seen questions that I've ever, like, saw. When it comes to, like, random things people are asking on the internet when it comes to Digimon. Like, so many people were asking for starter deck upgrades, which led me to believe that there's just a lot of people opening up those starter decks. And there's just a lot of the singles floating around as well. Like, it's actually one of my... the upgrade videos to those decks are some of my more viewed videos. Just because that question was so common. It was insane. Seraphian Baptism. Well, like, I do those types of videos anyway. It's just when I do them. So, I have a very long laundry list of BT7 stuff that I'm wanting to get to. Angelmon SR. I've seen a lot of her so far. Oh my god, what is this pack? It just did not want... It does not want to let go. It's like, no, you can't have these cards. And they weren't even anything good. At least that's a good thing. Fighting hard for a pack and accidentally destroying cards is, like, the worst. Yeah, the Sunarizumon promo, it's because, like, Black literally has nothing better. So, that's the reason why the Sunarizumon promo got so high, is because he's A, a promo, and B, the best card in Black. For multiple different Black decks. So it's just like, yeah, it was kind of a inevitability, that card going up in price. You like how the Vmon support is free, so it works with Digimon like Vikemon? Yeah, I know. I saw that it just works with free, and you could be like, yo, so I could give jamming to my Vikemon now. Although it's gonna be a little bit harder to give jamming to Kawagamon, but like it's still very cute to think about. Like if they make a really good Kawagamon without piercing, then like the Stingmon is just an easy way to give it piercing. And I think like that's kind of the big thing that Green was lacking, where it's just like, yeah, it just needs the Digimon to have. Like, you just want to have piercing at all times on all of your Digimon, but you can't always do that. Just because there's not enough support for it. So, having good ways of giving Digimon piercing for Green is, like, super valuable. Like, I do like the fact that this set is playing around with archetypes a little bit harder. Because I think the game could benefit from some of that. Like, obviously don't go overboard with it, but like, I think what they have is already pretty decent. Like, we already see that Machines is going to be a very heavily supported one. Like, Machines is heavily supported, Angels has a decent amount of support, Free is one of those awkward ones. The easiest way to get the Sunarizumon promo is if you don't have a lot of BT04 stuff, like, just buy into BT04 boxes and get some dash packs. Like, that's probably the easiest way, to be honest. Oh, and welcome to the stream, J Payne. Always a pleasure. We are currently on box number 5. Hey, Palmon! So, I don't think I'm going to see duplicates of the alt arts. So, it's just whatever comes, comes. Something tells me there's just too many different alt arts for them to have duplicates in a case setting. So, is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I either get a Machinedramon or that's it. Whoop. Bam. Nope, that's it. That's all she wrote. Yeah, so far, out of 5 cases and 1, technically 2 Machinedramons, I actually think that there's going to be only 4 Machine Dramons and 1 alt art per case, which is insane. Like, it means that the pull rate on it is basically the same as any other secret rare. Which I guess is probably why he's like 20 bucks. This time it was a 3 analog youth box. So that was pretty good. And only 1 win rate? Yeah, so I know the average for analog youth per box is 2. That's just going to be the average. Alright, so we're getting into box number 6. Boop. Yeah, so if I go back and I count all my analog youths, I'll probably average 2 times... I'll average like 24. Ugh. Well, bam! The War Greymon promo. I'm still super salty about this. It could have been literally anything else. Literally anything else. They had promos, and they just distributed them so awkwardly. I'm done being salty about that. Nothing special at the start. Imperial, there's the start. Imperial Analog Youth, that's always a good pack. I'm curious to see how many Imperials and the SRs I do get. Like, I think based on everything that I'm seeing so far, it's going to end up being like the normal amount, which is probably around 8 to 12. Or it's probably more realistic 6 to 12. Or 6 to 10, my bad. That's probably the realistic range, is 6 to 10 of any given SR. But we'll see when we get there. Wha-bam, nothing. R.I.P. Icewall. Serafi and Vmon. Vmon. I actually really like the Weregarurumon X antibody, or the metal Garurumon X antibody. I like that card a lot. When I read that card, I was just like, hot daggity dog. That's a card that I want to play with. I don't think it's like insanely good. It's just good enough. It's basically like Garurumon's version of Imperial. It just has blocker. What? Another angel. Why is that an uncommon? Sometimes Digimon's rarities make absolutely no sense. An actual good Metal Garurumon? I know, right? Craziness. Like, I think the other Metal Garus are, like, okay. Probably the best one, as of right now, for English, is probably still the BT01. Especially with the new support that's coming out for, like, separating inheritable stacks from BT7. I actually think, like, that could be a deck. With, like, Waymon and stuff. But yeah, there really hasn't been that great of Metal Garurumons. To be honest, there hasn't been that many great Garurumons in general as a whole, either. Like, the promo ones are still probably the better ones, in my opinion. And then you get Sagittarius mode. Like, I was, ooh, that's a good one. Boop. Yeah, it only took 9 sets. I mean, sometimes that happens. Look at Black. It took Black like 5 or 6 sets to get a one good mega. And like it took them like forever to get removal, and it took them forever to get like a good ultimate. Like, sometimes they do just move slow on giving good cards to certain decks and archetypes. Metal Guru. I don't think this one's that bad, to be honest. It's just not that great. Would I play him? Probably not, because he doesn't unsuspend himself. But he is like a really good Turbo Omni card. Just because you could Evo into him for, like, very, very cheap. Hey! Alt Art Analog Youth. That's what we want to see. Now I just need, like, 70 more of this card. And I'll be rich. So that's going to go here, even though I know it's a rare... Well, no, it does go here, because that's the slot it took up. I mean, to be honest, I was like almost guaranteed at least one copy of it. Just because there's what? I'm guaranteed there's 30 different alt arts. So that means, hold on, let's do quick math, boys. So there's 30 different alt arts. I'm guaranteed 2 per box. There's 12 boxes, so I'm guaranteed to see 24 unique ones. So I guess it is actually a pretty rare card. That's funny. This is going to be more rare than, what's its face? Machine Dramon. Like, Alt-Art Machine Dramon, which is a 1 per case. This sometimes could be a none per case. So, I guess, yeah, that is actually pretty lucky. Because I'm assuming I'm not going to see any duplicates of the alt-art cards. I'm just assuming that. Obviously, Digimon could prove me wrong, and I could get wrecked and bodied, or I could get really lucky again and maybe see more. What are you up to, Steven? Because I know you've been popping in and out. Same with J-Pain and some of the other usual people. Huh. Huh. Nothing. Nothing in the close. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, just another average box. Just watching stream at work. Totally fair. I wish I could watch streams at work. But I can only... I only can do YouTube at work. I can't do Twitch. The VPN my work uses is like, no, you can't watch Twitch, but you could watch YouTube. And I'm just like, but like, nobody really streams on YouTube. Oh, I gotta count the boys. The boys per box. Even though I already know the average is 2. 60% win rate. 2 and 2 again. Holding strong. Hopefully I can make your work a little bit more entertaining with my chill beats and docile tones. the children. Yeah, it's the BOB, boys per, or BPB, boys per box. Technically, that was a 3-boy box. Technically. But, I'm not counting the alt art. Boys to box. Maybe I should move my trash closer to me. Because I just keep pushing it down. It's keeping me awake, so good job. Thank you, thank you. Not a strong start. Hopefully we see something in this pack. I know how that goes sometimes. Like, when I'm doing data entry at work, it could be really, really boring, and I, like, doze off. So, hey, there's the... Okay, so I don't know if this has been a consistent thing. I'd have to go back in the VOD and watch. But when I always open a box, the second pack always had a secret rare. On the right side, yeah. This always, second pack, had a secret rare. So, let's... keep watch for that going forward to see if that's actually a thing. The alt Dynas got price gouged? What do you mean? Alternate art Dynasmon shouldn't be that bad. Because nobody really plays Dynasmon. I mean, like, people do, but, like, not in high amounts. He's 15. I mean, it was sold at about 7 and 9 today. Now it's 15. So it's probably just because there's not a whole lot of people selling it. So like that makes price spikes a little bit more noticeable just because there's not a whole lot of like sellers. So like, because usually one person's always the floor. Hey, Patamon! Wasi would be proud. It's his favorite Pokemon, you know. Patamon. But yeah, so usually when there's not a lot of listings, price jumps are a little bit more noticeable. I still don't like Wasi. I don't watch his content anymore, and thank God my brother stopped spamming it, because he used to always try to trigger me by playing it, because we both knew how bad he was. Like, in terms of him being a content creator, he's fine. It's just, he's not a Digimon player, so it's like, how can you expect me to believe anything that you're saying when you don't actively play the game? So it's just like, why should I listen to your opinion when you don't know what's going on? I mean, I've had some pretty bad opinions in the past before, don't get me wrong, but like, yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Ha, ha. Pack ASMR. Hey, Diabormon. Oh, do you think they'll make a evolution line for the other 4 Dark Champions from Frontier? Eventually. Hey, Tentomon. I think they are eventually going to get forms, or like cards. It's just when. So, I feel like, oh, sorry, I'm just pushing trash down. Imperial. It's just a matter of when. So they're probably going to wait for another set to do more Frontier support and bring back hybrids, and I think that's when we'll see those types of cards. Because otherwise, there's just not really a good slot for them, and they can't just, like, insert them as, like, a random card. I mean, they easily could, considering their set design's kind of whack at times, but, like, usually they want to try to have some order or structure. So probably the next time we do another Frontier set is when we'll see them. Hey! Alright, Machinedramon number 2. I do think there's only going to be 4 of these in a case, which is going to be quite unfortunate, which means that these cards are actually still relatively rare. Although I don't think I have enough sleeves. Did that Tentomon ever see play in Japan? No. Well, sort of. Like, people in Japan definitely experimented with insectoids, and I think, like, the more insectoids we get, the better that card becomes, in terms of, like, actually direct insectoid synergy. So, it could potentially see support, or not support, it could see some play in Japan, but, like, when I was researching insectoids, there was very little to go off of. Very, very little. I think there was, like, maybe 3 decks that I looked at in total that were insectoid-based decks. So, that just goes to show you how played insectoids was in BT6, or Classic Collection. Same format. There's an entry promo series based on fixing card. Oh, yeah, the errata pack. So, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so they had a pack in the back of demo decks where it had a lot of the fixed errated cards. So all of the cards on the side say not for sale. Sorry, it's probably not going to focus. But yeah, all of the cards on the side here say not for sale, and they're all base rarity, so there's no foil versions of these cards. But the interesting thing is you get cards like Mememon, where it's not foil, and the alt art, which is not foil. Like, those came inside of that, which was, like, crazy. And then, yeah, they are the errated versions, and they have the fixed text. But they come in the back of the demo decks. So if you want to get those cards, go find some demo decks. But it wasn't necessarily like a promo series. It was just something to promote the demo decks. Because otherwise, there's just very little incentive for people to pick up the demo decks and play and stuff. But I mean, hey, they made them and they're pretty cool. All right, this box is over. But yes, I have a playset of all of those errated cards. Box. We're in the final stretch. Only 5 boxes left. So this is box number 7. Oh, I like box cutters. But I'm curious to see where insectoids go. Because I think in BT9, there's actually some good ones, and they could have some really good support. I think they're trying to favor, what's its face? They're trying to push Hercules Kabuterimon out, though, which is a little bit unfortunate. And they're trying to use Kawagamon as, like, the frontier, front-faced insectoid. Which I'm totally okay with. Kawagamon X looks pretty solid. I'm probably in like the next box or two. I need to go get more sleeves. Alright, so let's see if this has a SR. If it has an SR, that means these boxes are mappable. Nope, okay. I guess I was just being crazy then. Although, it wouldn't surprise me if these boxes are accidentally mappable. I haven't heard anything online about it. But I can guarantee you probably within the first, like, 3 packs, on the right side, you're going to see an SR within the first 3. Ooh, this pack felt nice to just rip right open. Ugh. Hi. Oh, just a Magna Angemon. I saw a lot of him. I think I, like, saw one of him in almost every single one of my boxes right now. That's, like, good and bad at the same time. Like, the one you want to see in every single box is probably Imperial, but they probably knew that, and they probably rigged the boxes, or the case, so that it doesn't happen like that. Analog Youth. I'm just going to stop counting them and say you get an average of 2 per box. Like, if you get a 3-1, that's great. If you get a 1-1, that's unfortunate. But the average is going to be 2. Just because I think your average chance of seeing any given rare is going to be a 2. Like, the not percentage, like, the chances of you seeing any given rare in a booster box, you're going to see at least 2 of them, probably. Which, like I said, is why, generally, you only need to buy, like, 2 boxes of the set, and you're done. And then just buy the SRs, just because the majority of the SRs are, like, dirt cheap as is. But I do hope they make another errata pack, just because they do have more errata cards, and I think, like, another errata pack would make some of those errata cards really, really good. Like, the erratas already are, like, a thing that just happened. But, like, I think just because there's the promo Kurisarimon that has the errata, there is the Secret Rare Machinedramon that has an errata. So the next time they do that type of errata pack, that errata pack is going to be really nice. I mean, it's unfortunate that we do have erratas and cards are just printed wrong to begin with, but whatever. Japan just doesn't know how to translate. Which is funny. Like, Japan just actually doesn't know how to translate. Either that or, like, the localization team, for whatever reason, is just bad. But that just happens in all Japanese card games, which is what leads me to believe that Japan can't translate. Hey, there's an Imperial. Hey, Machinedramon! That's Machinedramon number 3. So how many hits did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 hits so far. So that means I should see 3 more. Ha ha, I swallow and shut down. Huh, huh. Nothing there. Patamon's an uncommon? Ah. Oh, I think this one's special. Bam! Oh, it was special enough. So I still have the 2 alt arts left to see in this booster box. Out of the 3 packs. Oh, okay. That's a duplicate alt art. I was not really expecting that. So that means we could potentially see another Analog Youth in a case. That's pretty dope. And the Mega Kabuterimon. So these packs probably aren't worth opening then. How many sleeves do I have left? I have 2 sleeves left. 2 sleeves out of 4 boxes. The math is not adding up, chat. Another Analog Youth. And Leomon and Ogremon. That's funny. They're mortal enemies in the show. I actually like the 2020 show. Like, I don't think the 2020 show was that bad. Like, yeah, it had some weird storytelling quirks to it. I really didn't like the fact that it was basically just the Thai show for the vast majority of it. But, like, it wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty fun. And that's all a show really needs to be, is fun, right? Alright, I'm gonna take 2 seconds to try to find some more sleeves. Alright, I'm back with more sleeves. Although, I need to try to find the proper color. That's the next step. I mean, I'm going to be de-sleeving them anyway, so I guess the color really doesn't matter. We'll just take these out. That should be enough. Because are these the same color? Yes, they are. Alright. So we got blue and we got purple. So obviously we're going to use up the blue ones first before we move to purple. I could set that there. Alright, next box. Bam! Carefully, carefully. Alright, get that out of the way. I'm still on the lookout on the right side to see, like, if in the first 3 packs you're going to get an SR, and then the boxes are pseudo-mapped. So I'm still on the lookout for that trend. I don't think, like, they're 100% mapped, but, like, some of it probably is. So, nothing in the first pack. That seems normal. Second pack probably will have an SR. If not the second pack, then the third pack should. So there's the SR. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but oh well. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good SR. It just means within the first, if you're able to pick and choose. Hey, Garurumon! That's a nice one. Alright, Garurumon. Come here. Boop! Nothing. We just saw, like, 2 hits back to back, so I'm expecting nothing for a little bit. Just a little bit of a dry spell, but that's okay. Analog Youth, that's always a good card. Welcome, welcome. Ha. Nope. I actually think the Seraphimon is pretty good. He's definitely a solid card. Good replacement to the old Seraphimon. If you don't have the old Seraphimon. I think the old Seraphimon is a little bit better just because the Security Tech Plus could be relevant. But the other Seraphimon's still pretty good. Magna. Because I see a lot of Japanese lists, they use the BT01 Seraphimon in their hybrid control decks. Just because he's a good, solid, easy way to recover. I think the big reason why is because he evos for 3 naturally, and this Seraphimon evos for 4 naturally. So even though this Seraphimon is a little bit better, if they're just using the when Digivolving Recover generic effect, like, the old one is a little bit better. So, that's just a thing. Wow, we're really hitting a dry spell here. We only saw like 3 hits, right? Yeah, we only saw 3 hits. That means this side's going to have like 5 hits. So this side's going to have lots of action. Bam! Metal Garurumon. We did it. We got there. The hunt for the Metal Garus. Whoop-bam! War Greymon, right? Back to back. If only there was Classic Omnimon. Oh my god. Classic Omnimon. That card would be dope. See, like, that's why they're gonna probably make another classic collection, like Volume 2 or something. Because, like, a lot of people are very nostalgic for this art. And I don't think this set sold that horribly, it's just the booster box is getting crushed. Like, I'll show you afterward the price of the booster box, it's just awful. You gotta go, good luck on the rest of the pulls. Thanks, Steven. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hey, Machinedramon. You have a wonderful day. Boom. All these packs. Myotismon. Trying to power through these. Diabormon. Come on, packs. Kawagamon, that's probably not what I want to see. In terms of alts. Like, he's not bad. It's just... Now that I know that you could get duplicates, it's like, man, I just want another Analog Youth alt art. Nothing. I think that's like the real chase, is the Analog Youth alt arts. Because you're not guaranteed to get one in a case. And you're probably only going to see, if you're lucky, one, maybe two in a case. So I did see the 4 Machinedramons, so I'm not expecting to see any other Machinedramons for the rest of the case opening. Maybe another alt art at best. Sorry. Alright, let's look out on the right side. Right side, first 3 packs. Do we consistently see SRs? I think the answer is yes. It's the only map that I've done. What? Bam! Oh, there's another Machinedramon. I was not expecting that. I actually wasn't. So maybe we see 6? 5 or 6? I don't know. But it did come in the second pack. Second pack, right-hand side. I think that's definitely, like, second or third pack in, right-hand side, is definitely a map spot. Like, it's consistently been an SR, or, like, a value card. A hit, if you will say. I'm excited to build the new Imperial Mon deck. Like, I'm really excited to put decks together. Although, I do have to put out a video today, so I'll probably upload my podcast and then edit the deck profile that I worked on. Bam. I'm really curious to see the distribution ratios at the end. Like, that's the part that I really care about. Hey, another hit. The hits just keep coming. Although, after this, I'll clean up a little bit, and then I'll just upload, upload the podcast or the gameplay. What should I upload? Podcast or gameplay? Like, the gameplay is very unedited, and I don't have the time to really edit it the way I want to. Which is the unfortunate part. I mean, I could, but I would be staying up way later than I want to. Another Tentamon. Man, now that I'm seeing duplicates on the alt arts, it's just like, why can't you be the good duplicates? Why can't you just be another analog youth? A Wargreymon? How many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 more. Bum, 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 bum. There's just something so nice about chiptune music. I gotta learn how to make some. Nothing there. I'm just trying to fly by this. Ooh, Metal Garurumon. Because it's already 10 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Agumon! Is that one of the better ones? I think it is. Was that the second alt art? Yeah, it was. I think the Agumon's one of the better ones. Just because a lot of people play it in the Bond deck. Oh god. I am sorry to hear that, Roxas. I've seen this grouping a lot. Alright, that's the end of that box. That's the wrong box. Here we go. So I am starting to see duplicates on the alt arts, which is interesting. I thought there would have been enough, and in a case setting, it would have been randomized, so you won't see, you'll see like one of each different one. But nope, I guess they're a little bit more random than I thought, which is not a bad thing. The interesting part is that's a unexpected Machine Dramon that I saw, so that's like 5 Machine Dramons right now. Which means he's a little bit more common than I would have thought. I didn't look at the spoilers yet. If there were any. I've just been doing this. I mean, obviously. Cool Boy and X program. Cool Boy is the brother of the Black Tamer from set 8. Oh! Yeah, it's the X Antibody manga, dude. I'll take a look at it afterward. I just really want to finish these boxes. Alright, so this is going to be a secret rare. Or, this is going to be a hit. I don't know what hit it's going to be, but it's going to be a hit. Bam, a hit. I'm kind of also slightly upset with that, being a duplicate of Hercules Kabuterimon. Like, come on, give me a duplicate of Analog Youth. If you're gonna give me anything, just give me Analog Youth, please. There's the Hercules Kabuterimon again. He just really wants to show himself. Nothing. God, I can't even imagine this set as, like, a sealed experience. It just sounds awful. Because there's too much synergies with very specific cards, and, like, it just would not work. Yeah, it's his brother. Nothing. I'll take a look afterward. I'm almost done. I think I have, like... How many boxes do I have left? I have one more after this is done. And then we get to do lots of fun extracurricular activities. Steam Deck? No, I don't have a Steam Deck. Oh, you're getting one next quarter? Okay, that's pretty dope. Steam Deck looks pretty sick. So there might be 6. So I think there's 6 of them per case. 7 if you include the alt art. Bam bam, nothing. So come on, second analog youth. War Greymon. Not bad, not what I'm looking for. Oh, people are gonna find out how to run emulators on it. Like, that's just an inevitability. And then it's just gonna be like the machine everyone wants for, like, emulators. Like a Raspberry Pi, almost. But the fact that it's, like, more powerful than the Switch, while doing basically the same thing is, like, what a lot of people want. Because the Switch is, like, really showing its hardware limitations. And, yeah, it's slightly making the Switch a little bit less desirable. Not by much, because it's still an amazing piece of technology, but... Nintendo just does Nintendo. They just ignore everything. Hey, Lilymon. That's a new one. I actually don't think this is a bad Lilymon, to be honest. Like, just the act of suspending the opponent's Digimon gives it security attack +1. Like, that's still pretty good. Yeah, I'm not a huge computer person, so computer talk, I like read it and my brain just doesn't know how to answer it. I've never built my own PC. I'm currently using my laptop, which is a older gaming grade laptop to do lots of my stuff. So I'm pretty old fashioned. Oops. Come on. There we go. Just sit in the chair. Come on. Alright, last booster box, and then we can have fun with math. Oh no, you're fine. I just can't really add to the conversation when it comes to computer talk. Like, I don't even know what the specs on my current computer are. Like, that's how bad I am at computers. Boop. This stack is going to end up falling. I'm surprised it hasn't yet. Yeah, so like this side, second or third one down, is mapped. Like, it's been pretty consistent on the second or third one that it's always been a SR, or it's been a hit. So this should be a hit. Oh, it's not. So that must mean it's the third one down. So this one should be a hit. Bam, look it. So far, that's the only thing I can map. I'm pretty sure if I paid attention to other slots, I could have picked up on other maps. Come on. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ain't nothing for nobody. Hey, Diabormon. We'll take that. Imperial. I'll also take that. I'll take Imperial every single day. Nothing. Nothing. I love how Dino B is the uncommon. It really goes to show that, like, he is just the worst of the two. Ooh, a second in Machine Dramon alt art. I'll take that. Okay. I don't know if it's guaranteed 2 per case, but I'll take it. I figured at least 1 would be guaranteed per case, but I'll take a second one. If that's just a random occurrence, then heck yeah. You don't talk much, but you're really not good at connecting with people. So even if you send hi once in a while, it does a lot. Oh, I'm sorry if I, like... I'm not trying to ignore you if I have been. Like, you know me. I'm usually very open. It's just sometimes I might be a little bit too busy. So I just, my focus is on other places. Oh, not like that. I mean, to be fair, I don't consider myself to be good at talking to people. I say, like, really dumb things, and then the second I say a really dumb thing, I, like, sit there, think about it, and then I start wallowing in my own, like, misery because of the stupidity that came out of my mouth. So, believe me, I might seem like I'm good at talking to people, but I'm still not. Another SR. Oh, no, you're totally fine. Like, if anything, just trying to type in chat just helps me have a conversation with you guys. And that's, like, all I really like doing is just talking to chat. Because that's kind of why I stream, is, like, to interact with people. Like, that sounds so weird. Like, I'm literally just sitting here, technically alone in my room, and here I am reaching out to people on the internet to talk to. Trying to be entertaining for them by trying to talk to them. I don't know. It's a complicated mess. Last 2 packs. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 1 more alt art then. So let's hope for Analog Youth alt art. Oh, nope. Alright, last pack. There's an alt art. Alright, Analog Youth, alt art. Let's go. Let's run it back. You and me. The good boy. Huh! Hey, I'll take a Wergurumon alt art. It's not the alt art I wanted, but it's not a bad one. Alright, so now we get to put all of this away and sort and organize the SRs. Hooray for organization! And then that organization will tell me the math on certain things. Alright, let me... Oh my god, I think I compacted my trash a little too well. There we go. Alright. Ugh, dust flying everywhere from trash being uplifted. Alright. So. I know there's not a whole bunch of them. I'll keep the Machinedramon alt art separate. Imperial. Or Gray. Greymon. War. Garou. Magna. Herc. Angewomon. Imperial. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're getting there. I'll just to put him up here, just for better organization. Otherwise, it's gonna drive me crazy. Goma, Pal, Imperial. I need to find like some really good hype music. Oh, you missed it? You're probably gonna buy 3 boxes. Feel like that's enough for the majority of the stuff. 2 boxes. 3 if you really want to. Oh, so this was one of my big hits. Was in alt art Analog Youth. But if you go back into the VOD, I literally show you the breakdown of like a single booster box. I'll go back over it and talk about it. Just for like good recap sake, but realistically, depending on like how much you want to spend and how much you want to go in on the SRs, you realistically only need like 2 boxes. But I mean, if you really want to try to like alt art hunt, and try to just get more secret rares, then the more boxes is usually the better way to go. Just because you're gonna have a higher chance of getting what you need. But if you're just literally looking for just to have cards from Classic Collection, you're going to get an average of 2 of any given rare per box. So that means out of 2 boxes, you theoretically should get a playset of all of the rares. If you want to be like extra safe, 3 is probably a good number. But you're going to get more than a playset of all of the commons and uncommons, guaranteed. So that's kind of like the quick and dirty breakdown of it. Because, like, this is a case that I'm sifting through, and I already did, like, a one-box breakdown, and mathematically, you're going to see any any given rare per booster box, because I was counting all of the analog use just to keep track of that, and I was averaging 2 analog use per box. So that means theoretically, if you buy 2 boxes, you'll get 4 analog use. Now, math doesn't always work that way, but the theory behind the math is there. But I'm actually really curious to see where the distribution of all of these are. Because this is a little interesting to me. Alright. So, did I get all these correct? Yes, I did. They're all super shiny. Alright. So, let's start with the Machine Dramons. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Machine Dramons, 2 alt arts. So, I think that's just going to be like your average case ratio, is you're at least going to see 4 to 6 and 1 to 2. So I would need to open another case to see if that's correct, but I feel like they did up the amount on Machine Dramons that you're going to see. So I theoretically have 2 playsets. You did a count on TCG Player, and it would be 150-ish for a playset of everything. So you were tempted. So you were tempted to buy it. So really, it's just in the secret rares and the super rares. So like, if you really want to just get 2 boxes and then buy the rest of the cards that you're missing, that's probably going to be better in the long run. Just because 2 boxes will get you basically a playset of everything rare and below, and then it'll get you like half of the SRs. And if you're lucky, a secret. So, alright, let's count how many of these that I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, 9, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll go here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 11, 11, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8, 8. So that was my spread, which is pretty awkward, but it is what it is. So in a case, you're going to see basically 2 playsets with just a little bit of overflow. Not bad. I wish my overflow was on Imperial and Diaboromon, but whatever. And then as far as my alt arts go, so I do think the Machine Dramon, you are probably going to see about 6 per case. I think that's just going to be like the average, and I don't know if I got an extra one or if you are still just going to see 2. I think based on how previous cases work, you probably are going to see 2 of the alt art Machine Dramons per case. So I think this is pretty set in stone. And then I think the 8 of everything is also set in stone with the little bit of overflow. This is all in a case setting, mind you. And then as far as my alt arts go, I got 2 of the wares. I know I got 2 of the Hercules, right? Yeah, 2 of the Hercules, 2 of the Wargreys, 2 of the Wargreys, 2 Tentamons. So I'm actually trying to figure out how many duplicates that I got. Did I get 2 Agus? I did get 2 Agus. That's good. And then everything else was singles. So, single analog youth, Kawagamon, Garurumon, Lilymon, Mega Kabuteri, Patamon, Angemon, Magna Angemon, sorry, my bad. Angewomon, Palmon, Gomamon, Greymon, Metal Greymon. Not bad. Alright. So, let's jump on to TCG Player and see secondary market-wise how I actually did. Because these are the only box topper. It's just an unfortunate thing. But how many pairs? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 sets of duplicates, so that's not awful. Alright, move all of y'all so I could actually get to my computer. Oh. Here we go. Oops. 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 I'm just screwing everything up today, chat. Alright. So let's just scroll down and find Classic Collection. Well, there's the Analog Youth. So he's slightly on the decline. I mean, yeah, this was the stupid part. He was as high as, like, 80. Classic Collection. Here we go. Alright. So this is what we look at. So I paid $6.50 for my case, which is about average at this time. Which, I mean, it is what it is. That's still ridiculously high. That's definitely no longer worth it when a booster box is almost the same price as the gift box. Oh my god. You are dramatically overpaying for the gift box. I would not even recommend getting the gift box. Like, at this point, you're just better off buying a booster box. It's only like $50. Oh, right. Oops. Transform. Vertical. There we go. Okay. Thank you for catching that. Okay, so a case of Classic Collection that costed me $650, which on TCG Player is about where the market is. It makes sense because a booster box is currently at $52, so we'll just be generous and round it down to 50. So let's pull out the calculator. So if we do just 50 times 12, so a case should theoretically cost you about $600 if the booster boxes are costing $50. So 55 times 12. Yeah, so they're saying a booster box is like $55, which like that's fine. It's in the ballpark. But yeah, the gift box is like. Don't buy a gift box on secondary market. Don't even buy a gift box normally. Like, for the price of 2 gift boxes, which is 8 booster packs, you could just get a booster box of Classic Collection. And that's more than double the booster packs. And you're guaranteed to get stuff. Like, this is don't even waste your time. I saw 1 Analog Youth in my box, which is pretty good, and 2 Alt-Art Machinedramons. So, let's just round it to 60, plus 40, plus 40. So, already 140 out of my case value, which is not bad, just in this. The Gabumon, I unfortunately didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of the Imperial either. I do have 2 War Greys, which is not bad, and a Metal Grey. That's nice. Machinedramon looks like he's on the decline. I mean, that makes sense considering we now know there's probably around 6 of them, plus 2 alt arts, so like they're not as rare as some of the other SRs, or secrets. The Tyrannomon, $9, that's silly. I did get 2 Agumons, so that's pretty good. I didn't get any Imperials. I got the Angelomon. I got the Tentomons are going up in price? That's actually not surprising. I didn't get any of the Venom alts. I didn't get the Bio alts. I did get the Gray alt, which is like okay. I got a Magna alt. I got 2 Hercules alts, which is fine. I kind of just want to trade the alts and like keep them, but most of the time I just sell the alts anyway, so I'll probably end up selling them. Like, I like the old frame, but I like money. So I think like alt-wise, I did pretty okay. Like, a lot of the alts aren't like completely dead. Unfortunately, I did get 2 Weregurus, which is on the lower side. Was Imperial's base on the first page? No, Imperial base rare was not on the first page. So Imperial and Diaboro are both holding at about $4. That makes sense. I think they're probably going to go a little bit lower. Considering a case, you're guaranteed 8 of them. But like, how many people are opening up cases and selling it? Like, these aren't the chase cards. Analog Youth keeps getting crushed slowly and slowly. The base rare is, yeah, because like in a booster box, you're guaranteed to see like, so in a case, you're gonna see an average of 24 Analog Youths. So if we click on Analog Youth and we scroll down, we could see like right here, Sunshine Games probably opened up a case, and that's just what they have left. So all of these sellers right here are people just trying to undercut Sunshine, and Sunshine is the actual floor. So between Sunshine and True Gamer Service, True Gamer Services, God, this is the floor. So he's actually realistically around that $2 price range, which for a rare is surprising actually. But I mean, it makes sense considering how played this card is. Then we see a lot of the other SRs just not do well at all. Like, literally, if it's not Diaboromon or Imperial Dramon, all of the other SRs are just not worth it. I'm actually surprised the Wargrey is above $1, considering, like, literally everything else is below $1. Like, this is why, like, you should probably just buy 2 boxes and then buy the rest of that you don't have. Like, it's probably just going to be cheaper in the long run. And then you get to have fun with opening up 2 boxes. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, like, it's I can't even commentate on any of these cards. Like, the only one that I would commentate on is probably win rate 60%, which is right here. Like, I think this card has the potential to slowly go up, like, to at least Analog Youth level. But given how easy it is to pull these types of cards, it's not surprising. So we could see that, like, yeah, One Pass bought probably 2 cases, and he already barely sold anything from his 2 cases. Evolution Collection, probably also, like, that had to be from 2 cases. Because if that might actually be 1 case if he got lucky. But that's definitely 2 cases. Oh my god. That's but yeah, so like this is the floor of the card. It's a 40-cent card, which isn't terrible. I wonder if Shutdown will go up. No, Shutdown I think is too situational of a card, and the fact that it doesn't stop the abilities of options activating in security really keeps the playability of that card down. Just because, like, the way you use emergency program shutdown is it's a turn ender. So you do your big splashy turn, and the fact that you also need white cards on your field. Like, you need to have a white card on your field to make this card even usable, because it is a white option, and it doesn't have the clause where if you just have a tamer, it just works. So you need to have other cards to support emergency program shutdown. But, like, the best use of the card is a turn ender, just to make it so they can't use options to kill your Digimon. Like, that's the best use of the card.